Hey guys, it's Ramen Yugi here, bringing you a Duel Links video. Today I will be showing you how to farm level 40 Jessie at the gate. I will be showing two decks today. The first deck is relatively cheap, while the second deck is quite expensive. So let's get on with it. The first deck that I will be showing you is the Cerberus farm deck. So the cards that we need are Mystical Beast Cerberus, one copy of Gravekeeper's Vessel, 3 copies of Horn of the Unicorn. You can replace this with other equipped spells that give attack such as Gravity X, but since I have 3 copies of Glossy Horn of the Unicorn, I'll be using those. 1 copy of Magical Plus. This is good because you can keep recycling this card to give Cerberus more attack. So if you find yourself in a situation where you have time to spare and your Cerberus is not up to 10k attack yet, you can recycle Magical Blast to increase the attack. They also need 1 copy of Union Attack, 1 copy of Enemy Controller. This is optional, but I use it because it's prismatic, so it gives me more points. 2 copies of Shards of Greed. If you only have 1, you can also just use 1, or you can use other spells for card drawing. 3 copies of Blustering Winds. This is very good as it allows you to gain 1000 attack until your next standby phase. So technically you can get 3000 attack at the last turn, which will be very important for the farm. 3 copies of Magical Mallet. These are from card traders, so it's very easy to get. But if you do not have it, you can use other cards such as Reload, which also does the same thing, except that you will be reshuffling your whole hand. 1 copy of Wasteland. This can be replaced by any other field spell, but since my Wasteland is glossy, I'll be using that. 1 Ancient Telescope. This card is very easy to get and it's glossy, so I recommend that you use it. 1 copy of Secret Pass, and 1 copy of the Inexperienced Spy because it's very easy to get and it's glossy. So what you want is a character with the skill Draw Sense Light, or you can alternatively use Yami Yugi, who has the skill Sorcery Conduit. But Draw Sense Light is much better as you only need to decrease your life point by 1500 compared to Sorcery Conduit, which needs 1800 if I remember correctly. So now let's go to the gate and see how it goes. So we'll be going second, which is pretty fine. And we are lucky enough to get Cerberus in our starting hand, so it's very good. So from what I heard, the maximum attack that Jessie's monster can get up to is 3700. So once your Cerberus goes beyond that, you are pretty much safe for the farm. So let the farm begin. So yeah. So what you want is to activate all your spell cards only after you have your Cerberus on the field, as you want to make your Cerberus gain as many counters as possible. Okay, so now we have more attack than Jesse's Cobalt Eagle, but it might still have another crystal release, so we'll keep increasing our counters then. Yeah. Okay, not a very good draw, but let's see how it goes. Yep. But since Crystal Release is a spell card also, so Cerberus also gains a counters. So we are pretty much safe for now. So this is the Prismatic Enemy Controller. It doesn't have much use in this matchup, so we will just use it right now and gain more attack. So something to note is that you cannot attack with your Cerberus at all, because as you can see, once you attack, you will remove all spell counters from this card at the end of the battle phase. So which means your Cerberus will go back to 1400 attack, which is what you don't want. Yep. So Shard of Greed for the draw power. So right now we can pretty much relax and just activate the spell cards that we draw, except for the Union attack and the Secret Pass. Yeah. So more cards for us. As you can see, our deck thinning power is quite strong, and so we can afford to use Magical Blast if we need it, but I highly doubt it because of this card, Blustering Winds, which allows us to increase our attack by 1000. So yeah. So in addition, you will get 500 from the counter, so it's technically a 1500 attack boost. So I will just use it to shuffle back one card. Okay, Horn of the Unicorn, very good. So we can equip it now since we have enough back row space for one unicorn. And we end our turn. So basically we just have to wait until the end phase, until we draw out our deck. Yep. Okay, another mallet. Very good. So basically once you have the combo going on, you can just use the mallet to reshuffle one card. Okay, so we can equip another Horn of the Unicorn. So we are still waiting. 3 more cards to go before we can start our M farm combo. Yep. So right now, because there is already 7 cards in our hand, so I'm pretty much have to set one. So set Secret Pass, because that will be the first card that we use next turn. So yeah. Okay, what's that? I've never seen that before, never mind. It doesn't matter because it doesn't affect us, so it's okay. Rare value. Okay, so I don't think it matters which card we send to the grave. Yep. Okay, so that was unexpected, but okay. So now we can start with our end farm combo. So summon Gravekeeper Vessel first. Then we will use our secret pass on the vessel. Then Union attack. So right now basically we can end our farm already because Union attack allows us to so-called transfer the attack to Gravekeeper's vessel. So vessel will have 11,000 attack when we enter the battle phase, but since we are greedy, we can use more spells. Yeah. And also another thing is that magical blast is effect damage, so we still get the 1000 points for effect damage only. So yeah, so that's one thing to note. So now we activate all our blustering winds and try to let the Cerberus gain more attack. Okay, then once we are done, we equip Cerberus with the last form of the unicorn. And now Vessel has 17,000 attack, and that's GG. And yeah, that's the farm for Cerberus. I mean the Cerberus farm deck, yeah. So let's see what we get. So as you can see, we have already reached 8,000 points even without the campaign bonus. So yeah, so now that there's campaign bonus, you can basically get 8k points every single farm. Yeah. So this is the first deck that I'm showing you. And now let's move on to the second deck, which is the Dark Paladin farm deck. So for the Dark Paladin farm deck, it's very versatile. It can be used for many other events and legendary duelists. So for this deck, we need quite a few more expensive cards, more URs. So I'll be using one copy of King of the Swamp, one copy of the Dark Hexil Fusion. You can use any other fusion substitute, but since these are glossy, I'll be using them. 2 copies of Blaster Blader, 2 copies of Beast King of the Swamps, 1 copy of Gravekeeper's Vessel, 3 copies of Dark Magician, since they are glossy and prismatic. Yep. Anti-magic arrows is not needed here, but since I'm too lazy to change, so I'll be leaving it there. 2 copies of Union Attack, 3 copies of Polymerization, 1 copy of Ancient Rules, 2 copies of Emblem of Dragon Destroyer, 1 copy of Secret Pass, 1 copy of Blaster Blader the Dragon Destroyer, which I think we don't need for this farm, so we'll be removing it. The main card that you want is Dark Paladin. As you can see, during either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can discard 1 card and negate the activation. This means that you can negate cards such as Rare Value and Crystal Beacon, which is very useful for this farm. So as for the skill, you can use any type of draw sense that corresponds to the monsters that you have in your deck. Since there are quite a few high level monsters, so I'll be using Draw Sense high level for this farm. Okay, so let's see how it goes, because I haven't tested it yet. So yeah, this is just my second time farming Jessie, level 40 Jessie, so hopefully I don't make any blunders. The main strategy for this deck is to bring out Dark Paladin as soon as possible, as you would want to negate the spell cards that Jesse will be using as soon as possible, so that he doesn't deck out faster than us and we will be still alive. Yeah. So this is not a good hand, but I guess we have to make do with it, and hopefully Jesse doesn't have any good cards. So we are forced to end our turn here. Okay, this doesn't look good. Okay, not good at all. Okay, so that sucks. So yeah, so the drawback for this deck is that you need quite a few combo cards, as you need to bring out Dark Paladin as soon as possible. So the chances of breaking is very high, but if you want some trails and you want to show off, then you can use this deck. Okay, so let's try it again. So basically, I will recommend the Cerberus farm deck, as it is very consistent, very easy to make. The cards are relatively cheap, and you don't get bricked so often. Yep. But if you like some challenge, you can use this Dark Paladin deck. Okay, not good, but there's still hope. As long as we can draw another fusion substitute or a Dark Magician, we'll be fine. Okay, so we get one fusion substitute, very good. So we can polymerize to form Dark Paladin now. And now basically the farm is pretty much secure, unless he activates 2 spell cards, and otherwise we can't get over Dark Paladin, so it's okay. Yep. So basically now anti-magic arrows is a fodder in this game, in this farm, so you can replace it with something else that would help with your farm, such as another copy of King of the Swamp. Yep. So yeah, but a good thing about this deck is that if you have more copies of King of the Swamp, you can use it to thin your deck, which is what I like about this. So yeah. So basically now we just have to wait. Okay. So now almost every card in our hand can be used as a fodder, except for the end combo cards such as Secret Pass and Gravekeeper's Vessel, and also Union Attack. So I would suggest setting them if you find yourself running out of space in your hand, as they are part of the end combo. Yeah. So right now this dragon emblem is useless already, as we only run 2 copies of Blaster Blader, so we can start discarding some of the random cards in our hand, as we have enough fodder for Dark Paladin already. Alright, so yeah, so one thing to know is that you have to keep 1 copy of Dark Magician in your hand, as you'll be using Ancient Rules to special summon Dark Magician as part of the end combo to fill the attack of Gravekeeper Vessel using Union attack. Yeah, so keep that in mind. So I will be keeping my prismatic copy, and I will be discarding my glossy copy so that I will not accidentally summon the wrong Dark Magician. Yep. So okay, we can start setting some cards. I don't think Jesse has any cards to remove the back row, so we can set our cards. Okay, another useless card. Okay, we can just discard them. So yeah, so now we just have to wait and see. Okay, so the last slot here will be used for Ancient Rules, so we can discard some other cards such as Anti-Magic Arrows. Yeah, so this is just the gist of the deck. So you just have to keep your hand and wait for the deck to be thinned out. Yeah. So my thoughts of this event is that it's not very good because I have already participated in the previous one. So the only new card that I would want would be the UR, which is Sapphire Pegasus. Other than that, I already have 3 copies of all the other cards. So yeah, so this event is just a gem farming event for me, I guess. Okay, so I'll be activating the Ancient Rules to summon Dark Magician. Then I will summon Gravekeeper's Vessel. Same old combo. Secret Pass. Union attack. I turn the toggle off as Dark Paladin will also try to negate our own spell, so we have to be careful because fat fingers. So yeah. So after we have done our combo, our vessel should be at around 11k if I'm not wrong. Okay, never mind, it's 12k. Max fail. Okay, so yeah, that's a successful farm for us. So let's see what rewards we get. Alright, a prismatic pack. I mean, prismatic pack, yeah. So as you can see, it's a 8k farm also. So even without the campaign bonus, as long as you have 400 glossy or prismatic points, you will be fine. Yep. So unfortunately, we didn't get the Sapphire Pegasus, but never mind. There's still a long way to go. Yep. So yeah, so basically these are the 2 decks that you can use to farm Jesse, level 40 Jesse at the gate. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like it. And see you guys next time. Bye.